NLE Choppa exposed for doing horrific things to his kid. Hopefully this is clickbait and hopefully it's not as bad as it could be. But let's get into the video and let's actually see what's going on with NLE Choppa.
NLE Choppa is being accused of doing some pretty horrific things to his kids. Usually I won't cover these kind of things, but because it's coming from his own baby mothers and they're dropping receipts, like, I gotta cover it, but it's looking bad for Choppa, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. NLE Choppa has 2 kids that we know of. He just debuted a new baby on Instagram, but that's inconclusive at this point. So far we know he has 2 kids by 2 baby mothers, okay? Now, the second baby mama, Marissa, this is the one that we've seen Choppa with over the last couple of years. They were in a very public relationship that ended pretty badly. Well, she's accusing NLE Choppa of essentially starving their baby. NLE Choppa has gotten deep into like the holistic treatments as of lately. NLE Choppa don't care about music no more, bro. His mission in life is to be Dr. Sabi Jr. He wants to be a spiritual healer. He even dropped his own beat.
I don't believe none of that shit. I don't believe none of that shit. Because I remember when NLE Choppa, he was like, oh, I'm super religious. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked in with religion. And then he drops, if I was a bad bitch, I wouldn't, me too. I wanna, me too. You know what I'm saying? Then he started dropping songs, let my booty hole crack. Like, he started dropping some crazy shit. And that made me think, like, bro, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that he's changing at all, honestly.
BBL pills that was apparently pills that will give you a natural BBL. Sounds like a scam to me, all right? But I haven't seen anybody really complain about it or any class action lawsuits yet, so I'll let him live. But Marissa is accusing NLE Choppa of taking his holistic nonsense a tad bit too far. She would post receipts of what she would say is NLE Choppa admitting to engaging in practices that ultimately led to the baby ending up in the emergency room. So Marissa took to her Instagram story and she would say, hold on, I was asleep. I'm tired of y'all trying to wake the beast up. I advise y'all to let me be. And then
niggas said we're fasting. Niggas fasting his kid, bro. Holy.
then she followed up with, remind you, you're fasting a child that was 1 year old. So she showed receipts of where she says, be real, you couldn't even feed my child. NLE Choppa responds back with, well, hinders me as a father, but it's something out of my control. She says, cool.
This nigga's fried. I don't even know what that means. I can't even comprehend that. Honestly, I don't.
NLE Choppa responded back and says, again, this is about a 1 year old child, by the way. He says, we were fasting. Just gave him the wrong juice. But learning experiences make great leaders.
Bro is fasting a kid. You're fasting a kid, Brody. You're cooked. I'm not gonna lie, she might be onto some shit.
Won't happen again, I promise. I'm not who I was yesterday or the day before. So on and so on, LOL.
I hate a nigga. I hate a I'm not who I was yesterday ass nigga. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, you were. You are the same person you was yesterday, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you were. You ain't changed from yesterday to today. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You might have made a big change from yesterday or today compared to a year ago. But you the same nigga from yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
So NLE Choppa will claim that it was the wrong juice that got the baby in the emergency room. Marissa will say, no, it's not the juice. It's you starving the baby. Like, you fed a baby at 10 a.m. I checked in at 6 p.m. and he still hadn't been fed again. Babies are not meant to fast. And they go back and forth. And she shows, like, the correspondence where Choppa is kind of being stubborn about this issue. And he's adamant that he can fast the baby and nothing will happen to the baby. She continues to press NLE Choppa to feed the baby 3 times a day. NLE Choppa says, gee, he do not need 3 meals, my ninja. She says, I'm finna ask the world real quick. He says, a baby don't need 3 whole meals a day. Ask the world, the F. Now, I don't feel like NLE Choppa is operating in malice. I feel like NLE Choppa is deep into like his holistic stuff, that he's getting carried away. Okay, so he says, like I said, he been drinking juice. Are you effing slow? Getting him to have healthy bowel movements. Are you effing slow? Ninja got a Gucci Mane belly. Y'all overstuffing him like a teddy bear. So NLE Choppa sees his kid has a belly and he wants to put his baby on a diet, in a fasting diet, to get his baby lean. Ain't like a big baby like healthy? He says he can miss a MF meal if I say he can. Juice fills him up too. She says he poops 3 times a day. He has healthy bowel movements. NLE Choppa says, and he ain't effing complain. Only thing he's saying is goo goo gaga over here. He's straight. Now, this is the lead up, by the way, to the kid eventually going to the emergency.
Bro, niggas be so fried. Niggas be so fried, bro. Are you trying to stop your kid from being fat at 1 year old? Is that what we're doing here? You know what I'm saying? No, bro. You feed your baby until you just keep feeding your baby every time they'll eat, nigga. At that, like, that's damn near what it is. Oh, you hungry? You want to eat? Oh, you're not gonna eat? Okay, you're not hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga cooked, nigga fried. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know. Hey, that's the same. On the flip side, I can't imagine being a father and having my girl not feed my baby. I'ma flip shit. So, whatever happens from here, I understand where she coming from. Because I would flip shit too. Like, no, you not feeding my kid? You got my kid fasting with you, my nigga? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? I don't care what you fasting, nigga. Don't eat for a week, for all I give a fuck. But you not feeding my child, though? You're cooked. You're fried. I'm on your ass.
He responds back, we finna double up. He's straight. He got beef juice. Huh? Bro got him on the cow diet, homie. Get that boy.
Nah, beet juice. Beet juice.
He says beet with great benefits, which is a fruit. So technically, he MFing ate. I don't give a F what a MF talking about.
Okay. There is a difference, though, between a juice and a smoothie. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a smoothie and still get all the fibers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just only juice, I've never fasted before. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I've known people that, fasted and they're like, I'm not going to eat for 4 days, 5 days. I'm like, nigga, how? It never made sense to me. I feel like there had to be a mix up somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't think I could go 4 days without eating no cap.
Here's the crazy part. He says the baby is filled off of beet juice. He good. But then before he drops off the baby, he then texts her because he's about to drop her off. He says, yo, the baby has only been saying goo goo gaga while with him. But when he's about to drop off the baby back to Marissa, he texts her saying, yo, he's hungry. And he says, when pulling up, I got to get these clothes from Blank Street. I'm going to just wait on you. She says, you ain't feed him? He says, I have his bottle. We took a nap, then woke up, just finished getting a haircut. What does that have to do with why you ain't feed the baby? She responded back, milk is just something for him to drink. He need actual food now. He responds, I thought he already ate. It's okay. We over here on a juice fast. I'm feeding him some that's going to flush him out. Laughing. So he said, the baby is hungry. She says, you need to get him food. He says, nah, it's okay. We on a juice fast anyway. He can be hungry for a little bit. We going to flush out his... Sir, what? The baby is hungry, sir. What are you talking about? Again, man, maybe I'm giving benefit of the doubt. I'm positive NLE Choppa ain't purposely trying to hurt his baby. No. NLE Choppa is misguided and he's in too deep. She responded back, not funny. He hasn't ate since this morning then. That's a baby.
This is kind of crazy because she doesn't seem like she's a OD baby mama. She doesn't seem like she on bullshit. She don't seem like she tweaking. She don't seem like... These seem like very normal conversations. You know what I'm saying? She don't seem like she just on his ass about nothing. Nigga, feed your kid. Feed your kid. And then she's saying you ain't feed him, and he's saying we fasting, a juice fast. Nigga, who's we? You're on a juice fast. Nigga, that's not, who the fuck? Who the fuck?
He responds back, Marissa, if he ate this morning realistically, his next meal should come around the time you get in him, 12 to 6. Body is like a clock. He will be fine.
Bro, where
he
his
then
mama
starts
at?
spazzing on her for not.
Where the fuck his mama at, bro? I'm not gonna lie. His mama should be in his ear like, nigga, are you dumb? You know what I'm saying? Stupid nigga.
I believe in a Choppa diet. All right, even using ChatGPT to back him up. So he writes, listen, I'm not finna argue with you on everything I love. He ain't supposed to eat 3 times a day. Like I said, he shows ChatGPT and prompts. He also says, the ninja.
Bro, this is the stupidest shit. Because I just read this first sentence. I'm going to let him read it out, though.
Don't need no 3 damn meals. He's juicing with his dad, which is healthy and...
Okay. He skipped over it. This literally says babies don't necessarily need to eat 3 times a day like older children or adults. Okay, that proves his point, right? It says newborns typically eat every 2 to 3 hours, including nighttime feedings, as they grow. Their feeding schedule will gradually shift by around 6 months. Many babies start solids and may transition to schedules that include 3 meals and snacks throughout the day. It's important to follow the baby's hunger cues and consult with a pediatrician for personalized guidance. Shit look kind of blurry a little bit, but it don't say nothing about eating less. It says newborns eat every 2 to 3 hours. That's a fucking lot. And then it says it gradually shifts around 6 months. It still doesn't say he needs to eat less. You're working from every 2 to 3 hours. And then it said it's going to gradually change. Every 2 to 3 hours, let's just do every 2 hours. If you were to eat every 2 hours, you would be eating 12 times a day. And let's say it gradually changes as you get older and it stops at 3 times a day. Right? That's what you're supposed to do. Nigga, that baby should be eating, nigga. That baby should be eating more than twice a day. The math ain't mathing, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Clean out his tummy for good gut health, like I said. When you get him at 6 p.m., stuff him all the F you want. He's forever well taken care of, ninja. So his last meal was at 10 a.m. NLE Choppa says, hey, when I drop off the baby at 6 p.m., you could feed him all you want. He's fasting with his dad. He's not going to have food from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., a 1-year-old. Now, obviously, this was nonsense. Obviously, this holistic stuff is mumbo jumbo because the baby ended up in the emergency room due to this extreme fast that Choppa was giving him. After the baby ends up in the emergency room, NLE Choppa is now humbled and begins to apologize. He then writes her, I love you and apologize for the other day. My composure should have been kept and I shouldn't have acted in distress even though I was in distress. Just want to let you know that. She responds back, acting in distress in defense that you didn't feed him. I had to take him to the emergency room. He was dehydrated and ish wasn't normal. Beet juice was too strong for him. But I wasn't finna sit there and tell you because I mean I'd be wrong or some ish. He responds back, acting in distress with no regards of this. My distress came from me feeling like no matter what I do, you want perfection from me when nobody's perfect. No, she just wants you to feed the baby, bro. Like,
yeah, she ain't.
Bro, you gave the baby beet juice as a diet, homie. That's insane.
Yeah, she not.
He responds back, and he was fed. He just wasn't fed a solid food. We both was asleep and we woke up literally 2 hours before you got him. I had to prepare for the show, and as you've seen in the other messages. He then admits that he gave the baby the wrong juice, and maybe beet juice was not the right option. That's horrific, bro. Now, Choppa is a new parent, and parents aren't perfect, and they make mistakes. And maybe he's trying to do the right thing, or he's doing what he thinks is good for his baby. But come on, bro. No, bro. You can't fast the baby. You can't dehydrate like Choppa, bro. Just be normal for once, bro. Like if you want to take yourself through that. As an adult, do your thing. But, bro, let the baby be a baby, bro. Like, let the baby have the milk, let him have the formula, let him have, like the cereal. Let the baby be a baby, bruh. Right now, NLE Choppa's other baby mama, which is the first one, she would also accuse NLE Choppa of being neglectful towards their daughter that they have together. Now, the daughter is NLE Choppa's first child. She also took to her IG story to expose NLE Choppa. With this particular accusation, I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 with it. Like, I can see how some people will say it's NLE Choppa's fault, but I could also see some people say, bro, give him like a break. It's not entirely his fault per se. So the baby mama wrote, talk about how the last time my daughter went with him, she came back home saying her vagina was hurting and was bleeding down there for 2 days. Now, she started this off pretty horrific, having everybody think, hold on, like, what are you accusing him of?
For
But then
real.
she clarifies, okay? She says, because she was afraid to tell him. Now, apparently, the baby girl got an injury while with NLE Choppa, and like, she was afraid to tell him that she got injured. So, come to find out, he had her at the studio per usual, not watching her per usual. She did a split and landed on a door stopper and hurt herself. It was people around. She told a woman that was there, um, and she also did nothing, didn't even tell her dad. That happened on a Sunday. My baby ain't come home till that Tuesday, blood in her panties, which means she bled for 2 whole days because she was afraid to tell her own father she hurt herself. She came straight home and told me what happened word for word. I took her straight to the emergency room. This man neglects my kid, and I've been given the benefit of the doubt so my child can have her father in her life. I cried like a baby when my daughter told me what happened to her. I was more sad that she was in pain and not comfortable enough to tell her own father. I feel like that right there is the issue. Like, that's the most important. Like, that's the most important issue. Like, if the kid is at the studio and there's other adults around, the kid is roaming around. Like, I can't really blame NLE Choppa for not having his eyes on the kid the entire time, right? Like, kids would be kids. But the fact that kid didn't feel comfortable coming to him and telling him feels like he's either a disciplinarian and she probably feels scared to tell her father because she felt like she would have
Got
gotten
in
in
trouble.
trouble,
Yeah.
or they don't have the relationship that NLE Choppa wants to form with the kid. Maybe he's not with the kid often, so she don't feel comfortable with him, talking about something that sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
So then she continues and she says, scared she gonna get in trouble, and had to wait till she got back with me to tell me, y'all keep saying, why keep sending her back? We have a court order. She will continue and even express her concerns and say that, she's at a point where she don't want to have the kid go back. And she's thinking about violating a court order. She would say, we have a court order, but at this point, I don't care what consequences I get for her not going back and being neglected. Seeing my daughter cry and scream to not want to go when it's his week and telling me she doesn't want to go hurts me because I feel like I failed her as a mother, giving her this cycle mental patient of a dad. You don't know till it's too late, though. If you don't have kids right now, don't. The first accusation is complete.
Yeah, the first part, she started that shit off terribly. But it's still bad though, bro. Like, your daughter can't even tell you that she's in pain or something happened to her or whatever it is because she's scared of you. The math ain't really math, and that's pretty retarded if you ask me. And I feel like you almost can blame him for that. Because it's not something like, okay, she slipped and fell, she didn't tell you. Like, it's one thing if she kind of be like, I fell, I was scared to tell him. Okay, but why is she scared to tell you in the first place? So I can kind of understand that shit, bro. I can kind of understand that shit, and that's scary. I like, even if she's telling you what happened, I'm sure from the mom's point of view, it's very scary nonetheless. It's like, okay, this is something that's very sensitive, ultimately, right? Where it's kind of like this situation, just, it's odd already. It's already like, you side eye it. And then I fell on a doorknob and this and that. It's kind of like, no, bro, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be mad if she's tweaking. I kind of get it if she's tweaking out. Like, My daughter came back bleeding. I don't give a fuck what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
On him, to be honest. Bro, you fasted, you starved that baby, probably not intentionally, but you starved that baby by consequence, right? The baby was dehydrated, had to go to the emergency room because it's malnourished. There's no excuse for that. That's out of control, bro.
Nigga trying to say
With
sorry.
the second story,
Nigga trying to say sorry after that. You see, shit like that, bro, when it comes to children, kids and shit, like I wouldn't even be mad at her. She went over to this nigga NLE Choppa like place and was putting hands on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, malnourished nigga gotta need to go to the hospital. He's dehydrated. And he was with you. You talking about, no, he good. We took a nap. Nigga, that nigga probably took a nap because the nigga didn't have no fucking liquid in his body. Nigga's dehydrated. You ain't give this nigga no water. You gave this nigga straight beet juice, no water. Feed that nigga, bro. Shit. And it's not that hard to feed him after she said to feed him. She's like, you still ain't feed this nigga? No, when you pick him up at 6, you could feed him. Just feed him before she picks him up. Just feed him right there. Anyway.
I kind of want to give leeway, bro, because, bro, how Choppa kind of interacts with his kids on social media, if that's any signs of how he truly feels about his kids, Choppa loves his kids, I'm sure. I don't feel like Choppa wants to bring any harm to his kids. I feel like Choppa right now is probably...
That nigga's just fried.
He's parenting how he probably learned to parent. He's parenting how he was probably parent, right? And it feels like...
He doesn't know how he was parented at 1 year old. I'm not gonna hold you. He don't know what happened at 1 year old. And I'm sure they wasn't fucking dehydrating this nigga, giving him beet juice. I'm sure they gave him whatever the fuck every other kid gets.
He's having some challenges. I don't feel like he'll be a bad parent forever. I feel like he can still learn. But right now, this is some bad stuff, Choppa. Get it together, bro. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? And if you're still...
I don't like this shit. I don't like it at all. Fasting a kid is just like idiot behavior to me. Your daughter bleeds for 2 days after that because she tripped and fell on a doorknob and you have no clue. As soon as she gets to her mom, she tells her mom immediately. You should have a better relationship with your daughter, bro. You should have a better relationship with your kids. Roles reversed, I'm not going for that shit. So that's where I stand. I feel like that nigga's fried. He's an idiot. If we being honest. But let me know what y'all think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.